So guys, nature of the beast. The reason why I named this, I would say, project or episode that I'm doing, because I've learned something about this automotive sport. So I'm sure it happens to big shops and people who are doing this for so many years. I do not think everything is supposed to go right. There's going to be some point in your project, or just in life in general, that something is going to mess up. So as you guys know, this is my 2011 Honda Civic Si. I had to tear it back down because I've been running into some problems, which I don't know if it's my fault, but it's stressful, and I'm just going to roll with the punches, and I'm going to take you guys along this journey of pulling the motor out, tearing apart, taking off the block. So we'll be doing the timing. I'll be undoing my killer VTEC setup and going to a regular VTEC setup with some upgraded K24A2 cams, second gen K24, well, not second gen K24, but the 06 to 08, that same body style, the CL7 body style, well, that's the Euro, but whatever, that body style. So I'll be upgrading the cams. So the issue that I'm facing is, for some reason, and then you guys can see, I'm having a coolant leak every time I come out here in the morning. I notice a puddle at the back and a little puddle sitting at the back of the block. I'll show you guys pictures, but and it's just been bothering me. And I've driven a car like that for a while, and I just thought that the K-tune housing wasn't sealed properly. So I did have a leak from this swivel arm, which connects to the heater, and I need my heater because it's cold right now as we speak, like real cold, but I gotta get it done. So I need my heater, and as we know, winter's coming up. So I got that fixed, and I still noticed that I had that coolant drip. So yeah, my final conclusion was that I don't think the cylinder head is sealing properly with the head gasket. Now my setup is a Cometic head gasket with ARP head studs. I got it as a combo, so that was the reason why I didn't go with an OEM Honda gasket. However, my gasket came in today. I went with an OEM gasket, and I'm hoping I don't have any problems with the head as far as being warped, especially with the block. So I'll just try to find me a straight edge tool and hope for the best. But the car never overheated, and the reason why I didn't do the head and the block, even when I took it to the machinist, because I had the cylinder rehoned, I probably should have just had it decked. The reason why I didn't done that, because when this car was running, it never overheated, so I didn't take it as a big deal. So taking the motor out of your K20 Z3. Now I'm not by any means a professional at this, but doing this swapping is so much easier from when the first time I tore it apart, because I was learning. So everything went real smooth. The wiring harness that I made was so easy to unplug. I got rid of most of the OEM stuff that was in the way. So your setup is going to be different if you're doing this for your first time. But you want to make sure you remove, that's the dog barking in the background, I'm sorry. You want to make sure you remove any unnecessary stuff that's going to hinder you from taking this motor out. I think it's simple common sense. If you can't do this, I won't suggest doing it, but I can talk all day. I think you need to try. I can talk in front of a camera all day, tell you how to build your motor, tell you the difference between a K20, K24. All this shit is online. You just have to learn. Nothing's wrong with asking questions, but you need to get out there and learn if you want to do this as a hobby, as a passion, as a sport, as a career. But you just have to learn. So if you're not comfortable doing this, I won't suggest doing it. Take it to a mechanic. So with that being said, get all the unnecessary stuff out of the way. As you can see, I removed the I guess you can say the core support area. So I bled the coolant, so the radiator, the condenser, AC condenser, all that's out of the way. Just a few bolts, 10mm bolts. I removed the ECU, so you need to remove your ECU so you can get to your mounts. You have the transmission mount here. I'm running Boomba mounts. You have your front mount for the transmission and the block. You have one for the block itself, and there's one on the back side which I will show that's supporting the oil pan. So a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 mounts. You need to remove your axles, common stuff. You have the half shaft side or intermediate shaft side, and you have the side that goes into the transmission itself. It's going to be a pain in the ass getting them out. I suggest the hard side of the half shaft, just take a bolt or a long object and just hit on it, because I had a problem getting it out of my intermediate shaft. If you have a crowbar, that's a neat tool as well. You can find some way to pry it so you can pull it out. And man, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping that I'll be able to take this out without removing the subframe. That's how I did it the first time. The only reason why I would need to remove the subframe is if I'm just wanting to leave the block and change the clutch. But I'm just going to take everything as one entity, just to make it easier, man. So yeah, let me get to work, and I'll put you guys on time lapse. Alright guys, so it's really getting dark on me real fast. So I'm trying to figure out my plan of attack. I'm already went through a bunch of brainstorming ideas. I don't remember how I had my chains mounted. I don't know where my damn chain is, so I guess I have to go all the way to Lowe's. By the time I come back, it's gonna be real dark. Got my little light here, but so the mounts that I think I'm gonna start with are the two bottom ones. So you see right here, this is a front mount. This is a 17. I think it's a combination between a 17 and a 19, but I'm gonna start with these first, the two bottom ones, and I'm gonna start with this transmission mount and this one, and hopefully I can get the chain mounted. I think I'm gonna mount it right here where the transmission is. You guys can see that. And I think I'm gonna mount the other one somewhere here. I think the last time I took this out was out of the pulley bolt and just use that as my mounting point. And I don't want to mess my threads up though. But yeah, I'll figure it out and show you guys. I really want to get this out tonight. Today's Thursday. Today's Halloween, a matter of fact. So happy Halloween if you guys celebrate Halloween. And so I can really start getting on this during the weekend. So yeah, I'm gonna check those out. Alright family, so I got those two bolts from the front and the oil pan mounting bolts. I don't know if you guys can see this in the video, but I'm able to shake the motor, so it's only supported by the left mount, by the two top mounts basically. So I'm going to attack the transmission side now. So this is held by 1, 2, 3, 4 19 millimeter, and I think this one is around 21, 22 maybe. If I recollect, when I drop my transmission, you're gonna have a support mount on the back side that I think holds up your intake, your stock intake box. It goes somewhere right there. So that might be a pain if you're gonna drop the subframe. So you may want to look out for that. I didn't reinstall mine because obviously the car's boosted. So yeah, I'm gonna take those out and try to find that chain, because I'm just keep working. I don't want to stop, but I need to find that chain. My cherry pick is over there, but I just don't know where that chain is, and I don't think I'm able to lift it up with a short one. But I think I'm gonna just lift it up from here and from there, and hopefully I should be okay. So yeah, we're gonna get these out. Almost forgot, but I'm sure you guys will figure it out if you're doing this for your first time. So there's a 17 as well on the bottom. It's pretty tricky to get to. So there's your transmission, and there's that bolt. So I already have these two pretty much loose, but I need to keep one still a bit tight because I don't want this to move around too much. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get that loose. 8:22 in the night, and I gotta go to bed. I'm not gonna stop. So let me show you guys. It's so cold. Then the camera's even messing up. I don't want to mess my DSLR up, but I don't know. So let me show you guys what I got going on. So I pull the cherry picker out. So I got the cherry picker out. I'm gonna show you the mounting points that I chose to get this motor out. So the points that I chose is one right here on the head. This is where there's a bracket with the EGR solenoid or sensor, whatever it is for your EGR. Well, it's a valve. There's a bracket that's where it lives. I'm not using my EGR for now. I actually have it turned down to the ground. So that's one. And the other mounting point is on this tensioner for the serpentine setup. I think this is where I did it originally. From my chain, I thought I had a longer chain, but I didn't. So all I have to do now, man, is remove my boomer mount. 1, 2, 3 17 millimeter, and I can remove it from this as well, from the timing cover post mount. I think those are one's a 17, one's a 19, right down here. And as far as the transmission mount, there's actually another one on the back side, so I have to remove. These are all 17. The one down bottom, 2, 3, 4, right there. There's another one behind here. If you guys are able to see it, it's right down there. 5. So yeah, hope I can get this out tonight, man. I gotta hurry up, because I gotta get to bed. Supposed to get some clothes washed, supposed to buy some groceries, and I haven't done it to this day. So but yeah, wish me luck. So yeah, she's out. Give you guys a close up. It's dark. And I'm not seeing any major. I'm not seeing any leak other than one by that end fitting for the drain. I know what's the cause of that, and just the cylinder head situation. But other than that, there's a leak. I think it's leaking a little bit from this timing chain tensioner cover. I'm gonna address that anyways because I'm not using the original bolts, but it's the same thread pitch and length. I think I need to put a little bit more on the bond. Let me get this on a tire. Let me get this set down. I'll be right back, family. Alright guys, so Friday afternoon, November 1st. Today is actually the independence of my country of Antigua and Barbuda. So today's happy independence. So we gained independence in on 1981, November 1st, 1981. You guys should check it out, Antigua and Barbuda. Beautiful island. 365 beaches and a lot more to offer. So yeah, just got off work, tired as hell. So if you guys watch, I took it out that Halloween night. It was real cold, man. I was starting to get, not frostbites, I won't go that far, but like, yeah, it was getting real bad. So I was getting a little bit sick, so I had to go inside and get some rest for work in the morning. But yeah, so I got it out, got on this tire. Everything's still looking okay in here. I was thinking that I may have a coolant leak from this, but all this is okay. If you pull your motor out, you're gonna notice you have this metallic piece. I had to swap mine around because of the downpipe fitment. So if you notice, this looks weird, and I had to heat wrap everything as much as possible with heat shield. This is one thing you want to do if you have an 8-gen chassis, because it's so tight. So I'm not a big fan of the gold, but hey, it works, and like I said, this car ain't a show car, so race street car. So I'm probably just gonna clean it up again. Subframe is holding up. I really like how it looked, because it was real bad, in bad shape. Like I said, if you plan on pulling the subframe out, you're gonna need a realignment. You have a lot more things to remove. I didn't want to do that, and I never said this, but I replaced all my bushings for the control arm, so I'm running energy suspension bushings, and that is a pain in the ass to install. I'll do it again, but the road feel is really stiff. They're really stiff, so it should help with wheel hop. But yeah, so energy suspension on the control arm, and yeah. So if you want to do it the subframe way, by all means, be my guest. If you're just changing your clutch, you want to leave the motor in, you can just drop the subframe and drop the transmission. But it was really a tight fit getting it out. I didn't see any leaks other than the one down here from that AN fitting, which I know the reason. And here's where I'm getting that coolant leak. Every time there will be a drip of coolant every morning, and I think it just goes all over the place and it creates a puddle. So I think that chromatic gasket is not sealing in that one spot. It's not leaking anywhere else. So I'm hoping it's the head gasket and not the head. So hopefully I get it off tomorrow. I'm just gonna go inside and get this video edited. But I really want to work on it, but I want to give you guys some sort of content. So here's how she looked. So stay tuned for the video, guys. We're gonna be tearing this thing down. So we'll be doing a untimed, taking off your timing for your K series and all that, if anybody wants to learn and all that. I'm gonna relearn this myself, so I'm gonna, after I edit the video, I'll just go back in the instruction manual. I basically know all this by heart, because other than a few measurements and whatnot and torque sequences, I mean, I pretty much know how to do everything, but it ain't hard to go back and learn. So what else? I keep going and going. Like I said, I want to get this car done. It's November the 1st. I'm tired of wrenching. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm tired of wrenching. I've been doing this going on damn 2 years now. I'm tired of it. Just coming home every night and having to be working on the car. And don't get me wrong, I'm not looking for no sympathy, you know what I'm saying? This is all first world problems. Nobody tell me to go tear down a car and work on it, but I just want the younger cats out there to know that these are the struggles that you're gonna go through if you have a 8-hour job, 10-hour job, 12-hour job. This is the stress that comes with it. So I'm not gonna stop it. It's my passion, it's my love, but I really want to get everything back up and running, get this car tuned. The plan was to get this car down to Atlanta by the end of this month, November. That's the plan, to get the car tuned by the end of November. See how much we can get out of it. As I said in the video, I'll be installing some TSX cams, which I'll show you guys in a minute. Alright, so here I have on the snap-on table, my work table. Here I have some TSX cams that I scored from the junkyard. And the way you can tell which version you have is by these rings. Now on the intake cam, obviously you have your VTC gear, which we will be swapping out with the one that came with the K20Z3. There should be one ring on the intake cam if you have the 06 to 08. You can see this ring right here. And on the exhaust cam, you have two. Now if you have the, I think it's the 04 model, you're gonna have two on both intake, on both camshafts. So that's one thing you want to look out for if you want the much more aggressive lobe, if you're getting K24 cams. So yeah, I really want to get this shit done, man. I really want to get this car done. Still have this S4 here in its natural habitat. If you guys know anything about B5 S4s, sad to say I'm in love with this car. This is my second B5 S4. Like I said, it's in its natural habitat. If you know anything about B5 S4, you know the inside joke about these cars. And I still have a beautiful MR2, and I'm kind of forced having to get rid of these cars, having to help me with moving and money and all that. But I don't want to get rid of these cars, man. So yeah, just going through it, man. Just going through it. So stay tuned for the video, family. So we'll be tearing this bad boy down and see what's going on with this cooling situation. So thank you for watching the video. I'm trying to work on the edits. Hopefully the quality is there. It depends on my mood and if I'm not tired and all that. So I'm really trying my best. So thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and let's get this shit done.